Yeah, I've been on a couple of placements. Top tip I would say is get in touch with your placement in as much advance as you can. If you can go and have sort of a look round, get to know the people before your first day, because it makes it so much easier, you know, for starting and things.
I suppose one of the best things I can say really is to get it done early, get it sorted out early, make sure it's something you want to do. The places flow for placements quite fast, so you just need to get yourself out there, get yourself into something you want to be doing.
I have done a placement. My top tip would be organised, be very open-minded about it and just enjoy it.
Hey, make sure you do your prep, do your pre-reading beforehand, like weeks before, so you don't have to stress about it when you get home after a long day.
Yeah, I've done 19 weeks each year, and again, just be organised, try and enjoy it.
For a placement, I think the best thing to do is to actually get it sorted quite quickly. So we knew we had placement at the start of the first year, we were told that, or you can look on the module documents and it tells you that you've got placement. So the best thing to do is to actually get it sorted first. So as soon as they sort of let you know that you've got to get it done really. I've just sorted mine, so I'm happy about that.
Number one top tip for starting placement is prepare. So they need to have spoken to their educator prior to going. They need to have talked to their educator about the sorts of things they need to be able to do, the sorts of things, the knowledge that they need in order to do that.
Get the most out of it, because there's only so much you can learn in the classroom, and you can sort of put it all into practice when you get there.
Do all the prep work, make sure you're prepared, and you'll be fine pretty much.
Yeah, I did a 6-week placement for a GP referral scheme in Sheffield, so just work with them and work with different clients and people and stuff. So yeah, it was good.
And they need to have, you know, if they're going somewhere that they don't know, they need to have done the journey beforehand so that they know that they can get there on time in the morning. It's all those sorts of things, I think.
To be honest, they were really insightful, really different. It's nice to be able to go out on placement and also study in university, so you're not doing the same thing all the time. You get a lot of perspective from everywhere else.
You'd learn a lot more on placement. We're just talking about how we can't really picture it in our heads. We kind of need to see it on placement, so yeah, it's very important on placement.
Placements are extremely important. Our students go out on an observation placement in sort of January, February, where they spend a day in a placement environment just to get sort of a feel for what placement's like in a hospital environment, if you like, or a community environment. The first placement that they do is at the end of the first year, which is sometimes it's quite different to other courses, because often they don't go out in the first year, but our first years go out then, and they're absolutely desperate to go out by that point because they've been in university all this time, and they just want to go on and get on with the job. So that really just enhances everything that they've done and makes them really feel like a proper physio, if you like, at the end of the first year. In the second year there's 2 placements, one of 6 weeks and one of 8 weeks. So it's built up from the first year obviously into the second year, and then there's 2 third-year placements. And by the time they get to the third year, they're really working towards becoming a qualified physiotherapist. So again, it steps up again in the third year. So they're really learning on practice throughout the 3 years of our course.
Certainly for the undergraduates, they do a 1-year placement, and it puts them in a good position in terms of getting jobs because they've got practical experience, practical lab experience. So it's very important. We try to encourage them as far as possible to do the placements.
When you come for an interview, there's regions that we have to pick for where you want to be placed, placement-wise. I came from Manchester, and I'm moving in Sheffield. I said I want to be based in Sheffield in a hospital around here, and you know they do look into that, and I think, do you know what? Yeah, she's came a long way. Or this is what she's chose. We'll try and put you in Sheffield. One of the things that probably that I had to face that was a bit difficult was getting my DBS sorted out. It didn't come on time, but I've managed to get that out of the way. It's ready and I can go on placement now.
Very much. I mean, I think integrating theory to practice is absolutely what nursing and midwifery is about. So you'll learn a lot about theory in class, on campus, and your opportunity to put that into practice happens on placement. Now, when students are on placement, they'll have a mentor and lots of support staff around them to help them to kind of link the two together. So wherever they are, whichever speciality they're in, I think they need to link theory to practice. And when they come back to university, you'll sit down with someone like myself, an academic advisor, and be able to kind of really assimilate those two and really think about how theory to practice links. It's extremely important in nursing and midwifery.
Yeah, we have to. That's what they're based around, especially like the integrating science. That's exactly what it's based around, just placements. So
it's absolutely paramount, really, to a good health professional, because we need to reflect on our practice all the time. So it is something that, you know, we do really from day one throughout the course. We teach students the importance of reflection. We teach them how to do it, and that is something that they will continue to do throughout their career as a health professional. So we all need to be reflecting on our practice in order to create best practice really for our patients and put the patient first at all times.
Like every piece that we've done so far, it's more or less, it has a section of reflective writing on it, on the placements that we're doing. So yeah. We
base a lot of our written assignments, if you like, on the case studies that they found in practice, especially in the second and third year. So that is really, really important.
So yeah, you did a web folio. So obviously I wrote about my experiences and tried to use evidence that I found out there in terms of working with different people or taking photos or leading sessions and stuff like that. And again, that's quite a creative way to put that work across, was through doing an online web folio and stuff.
Look at the different models that your lecturers point out. There's lots of different models out there that will guide you in terms of a good reflection.
Each week we have, I think it's only me, I kind of like have a case, so I go to a patient and I ask them a lot of questions like their history, then I examine them. So with that, it helps me to like be on top of my reflections, so when it comes to an assignment I have like evidence of the things that I've done. And we have an online reflective portfolio that we have to fill in as we're doing our placement, so it really helps when we're doing our assignment to look back on it and do it.
So I think by using your real life experience from the time on placement really enhances your academic work. It makes things grounded in reality and will probably mean that you perform much better in your assignments.